So now we are learning the file handling functions, and in the file handling function we are having many functions just like file open, file close, which we have already discussed. But now we are discussing the input output operations and the functions. So if I talk about the input output function, the first function we are having is the f get c. Now this is the first function. With the help of that we are going to take the character. Actually we also have one function which we have learned, get c. You are using the get c or f get c, both are the same, no difference, both will work in the same way. Now talking about the syntax of f get c, if I say that I have to take some character from the file, then we have to use this f get c function. So we can say that f get c function is going to read character from file. Now, taking one example to make you understand, let us suppose that we are having a file. This is the file, and inside that file there is something written. Let us suppose A is written, A character. You want to take it out and put into the program. This is our program, C program, and here you want to take it in the C program. So this is the reading character from the file, and if I say the syntax of reading character, then it is very much simple. Here you will say f get c. In the bracket we have to pass the file pointer. Let us suppose that file pointer is fp, and afterward you have to say semicolon. Now whatever the character is going to read, that should be stored inside some character variable. So c is equal to f get c fp. So fp is going to open some file, and from that you are going to take the character and storing into the c. I'm taking a small piece of code to make you understand more about the f get c function. Let us suppose that we are having a file and we are going to open that file. So first of all we are saying file. Let us suppose file pointer name is fp1. So one file pointer is created. Now we know how to open the file. fp1 is equal to file open, f open. In the bracket we are giving the name. Let us suppose demo.txt is the name of file, and we want to read that because it is a reading function. So we are opening into the reading mode. Then suppose we are having a character variable c. Now we can say that c is equal to f get character from file pointer 1. Now this is the same significance. Whatever the character is there into the file, now that character is going to take out into the variable c. So we are assuming that there is some kind of variable c where the value of character a will be stored. So now the value of c will become the a. So a will stored here into the C program. So this is a piece of code which we have learned. Now we are learning the next function for input output, that is the f put c. So the next function which we are learning is f put c. F for the file, put for putting, c for the character. Now it is very easy that we are going to write character into the file. So we can say that write character into file. I'm taking one example to make you understand what is this function going to do. Now let us suppose that we are having a C program. In this C program we are having a character. Let us suppose there is a variable C which is having the character value K. We want that this K should be written into the file. This is our file. If I have to write this K into the file, so there we need the fputC function. And the syntax is almost same, but there is one difference. We are going to write fputC. In the bracket we are saying the variable from which the character will come. Let us suppose the variable is C, comma file pointer. So here we are passing the file pointer. Now I'm taking one example to make you understand how it is going to work. We know that this time we are writing the file. So we can say that file, let us suppose the pointer we are having is fp2, and then we are saying fp2 is equal to fopen, opening the file. Let us suppose the name of file is abc.txt. There can be two modes. If the file you are making is fresh, you can put the write mode. But if you want that the previous file is available and you want to add the data, you can use the append. But I will suggest you maximum time for the examination purpose. You should use the R and W, reading and writing, until it is not asked into the question that append. Otherwise you use the read and write. Now let us suppose that we are having a character char C and the value is K inside that. Now this K you are going to write into the file. So you will say F put C, putting the character, comma, the variable is C, file pointer is fp2. So with the help of this syntax, we are going to write the value of C, and the value of C is K. So this K will be written onto the file. So these are the two functions for putting the character, reading the character and writing the character onto the file. Now we are discussing the next function, that is fgetW. So now we are discussing the next function, which is fgetW. This function looks like the previous fgetC function. That means it is for sure going to read from file. But here we are going to read the integer. So fgetW is going to read the integer from file. So we can write it here. Read integer from file. I'm taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that we are having a file. This is the file. And this is our C program. Now here in the file you are having some kind of integer, let us suppose 7. You want to read that and put into the program. So with this the fgetW function is going to help you. If I talk about the syntax, it is same. File get integer. In the bracket we are going to pass the file pointer, and whatever the value is returned will be going to the integer variable. Let us suppose n is the integer variable. Now I am making a piece of code to make you understand more. Supposingly we are having a file. This is a data type file. We are making a pointer star fp1. This is the file pointer. File pointers are used for all the operations, means all the functions which we are learning will be used by the file pointer. So now we are saying fp1 is equal to fopen. So we are opening the file with the help of file pointer. Let us suppose the file name is demo.txt. As we are reading from the file, so we are opening the file into reading mode. Now we are taking one variable int n, integer type. N is equal to f get w, means take the integer from fp1. Now from file pointer 1 means which is pointing to the demo.txt file in reading mode, we are going to take out the integer and store it to the variable n. So let us suppose in the program we are having a variable n, so the value of n will become now 7. So that is the fgetW function. Now we are learning the next function, which is fputW. So fputW, this function is also same as fputc. In the fputc we are writing the character into file. Here we are writing the integer into the file. So we can say that write integer into file. I am taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that we are having a C program. This is our C program and this is a file. Now inside the C program, let us suppose we are having a variable n whose value is 6. Now this 6 value we want to write onto the file. So for that we need the fputW function. The syntax of fputW is we will write fputW. In the bracket we will say the variable which is n comma file pointer fp. Now I am writing a piece of code to make you understand more. Let us suppose we are having the file. This file is a data structure. We know that. Data type star fp2. So we have created one file pointer too. This file pointer will help for all the operations. Let us suppose we are first of all opening the file fopen. Then we are saying abc.txt. Example is the name of file. Now we are writing into the file. So file should be open in the writing mode. Now let us suppose we are having a variable int n and the value of n is 6. This 6 value we are going to write into the file. So we will simply say fput, means put into the file integer bracket n. N means the value 6 we are going to write, and file pointer is fp2. So now with the help of this one, the value n6 is going to write inside the file, and now the file value will be 6 as integer. So these are the functions which are fgetW and fputW, which are going to write the integer inside the file or reading from the file. They are the integer functions. Now we are learning the next functions, which is fprintf and fscanf. So the first function which we are learning is fscanf. Well, you can see that fscanf function is exactly same as the scanf function. Normally in the C programming we use the scanf functions for scanning the input. Here we are using the fscanf function for scanning, means taking the input from the file. Maybe in your mind there can be a question that although we are having fgetC, f get w, then what is the need of f scan f? We should know one thing. F get C is reading one character from the file. F get W is going to read the integer from the file. But what if I want the mixed data? Mixed data means I want double and the float together. I want character and string together, or maybe I want integer and character together. For that purpose, the mixed input, we are having the fscanf function. So we can say that it is going to input mixed data from file. So it is going to read mixed data from file. I am taking one example to make you understand what is going to do. Let us suppose that we are having a file and we are also having a C program. Let us suppose that inside the file we are having the marks of some student. Let us suppose 70, which is the integer value, and we are having the average also. Let us suppose 70.5, that is the average. So these both things I want to take inside the program. One is the integer and one is the float. For such thing we need the fscanf function. So if I talk about the fscanf function, there is a syntax, and syntax of fscanf function says that we will write fscanf. In the bracket we are going to pass the file pointer. Then we will say control string. Control string, we know that %d, %s, %c, these are the control string. Then list. Control string is like the format specifier. Then list of the variables. So this is how we are going to take the input. Now I'm taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that we are using the fscanf, and supposingly there is a file pointer fp1, assuming I have to take an integer. So %d for the integer at the address of n. So we are taking. Well, let us suppose I want to take the two inputs as in the above example. No problem. We can say that fscanf fp2, supposing there is some other file, the above example I am taking, %d, then %f for the float value, comma, two values need to be there. That's why two we are taking. One is, let us suppose, marks, comma, one is the average. So assuming that there are two variables, one is marks here and one is average. Now the value of marks will be now 70 and the value of average will be now 70.5. So by using the second line we can take out the two inputs. So I have given you both the methods. If you want to take the single input integer, use the first line. If you wanted two inputs together, use the second line. So this is the way fscanf function is going to work. But one very important thing which will help us in making the program, fscanf function is going to return EOF. EOF means end of file. Whenever the file will complete, then fscanf will return the EOF. Similarly, if I talk about the fget character, it is also returning us the EOF. What is that end of file? We will learn with the help of the program. You see, let us suppose that if I am reading some file, Now file is in the reading mode and the characters are complete. I am on the last character. I have read that. I will try to read the next character. I will not find anything. So what will be returned? EOF will be returned. EOF means end of file. Just like the string end with /n, similarly all the files end with EOF, which is end of the file. So now we are learning the next function, which is fprintf. So the next function which we are having is the fprintf. Fprintf is same function as the printf function. We know that in the printf function we are going to print on the screen, but with the help of printf we are going to print on the file, means we are writing on the file. We may also have the confusion that although we are having fputc function and fputw function, then why printf? Because as I have said in the scanf also, if I have to write the mixed data onto the file, then we need the fprintf function. So we can say that we are going to write mixed data. Mixed data means if I have to write the integer, float together, character, string together, such way into file. So I am taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that this is our C program and this is our file. In the C program we are having, let us suppose, two variables. One is I variable, which is storing an integer value, let us suppose 30, and one is variable f, which is having the value, let us suppose 20.13 floating value. I want to put these two into the file. So inside the file I want to put these two values. So for that purpose I will use the fprintf function. So if I see the syntax, so we will write fprintf. Now in the bracket we are passing the file pointer, then control string or the format specifier, comma, list of all the variables. I'm taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that I only want to write the integer. So I will say fprintf, the file pointer we are passing, let us suppose fp2, comma, control string or format specifier, %d for the integer, comma n. That is the normal statement I have written. But if I take the example which I have opted above, that we are having I and f as two variables and those value I want to show into the file. So the line for that will be, we will write fprintf. Let us suppose the file pointer we are having is fp3, any file pointer, depend upon which file you have opened, comma, first of all we are having the integer value which is 30. So we are going to pass %d for the integer. Next value is float, so we are passing %f. Now their corresponding variable I, comma, f. So that is we are going to pass. Now by writing this line, the content of I and f, which is integer and float, are copied to the file. So it will be 30 and 20.13, they are copied to the file. So these are the file handling functions which are majorly for input and output operations, just like fgetc, fputc for the character. Then we are having fgetw, fputw for the integer. Then we are having fscanf and fprintf for the mixed input and the output. Now we are going to discuss the random access functions. With the help of, we are going to randomly access the file.